Yo, hey, what's going on? Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Wanted to share something with you today. Uh, most, a lot of SaaS founders think that they need to become marketing experts in order to grow a successful SaaS company. Or, the alternative is that they need to have a bunch of revenue or capital or investment in order to invest in a bunch of ads to get a bunch of new clients. Um, but that's just simply not true. Um, I talk with founders all the time who, on one hand, who really struggle with growing their SaaS product because they're not experts in marketing, and then I talk to another group who just, despite themselves, have figured it out and are growing a really successful SaaS company without being experts in any type of marketing thing. And it's not because they're hiring marketing experts to do it for them. It's not because they're really good at Facebook ads or amazing at content. Sure, those things really help. But there's two things that I've noticed that really have an impact on whether or not a technical founder who's not a marketing expert, um, there's two things that they have in common that will cause growth. Um, the first one that I've noticed is that they are super clear on the problem they solve and who they solve it for. And that's a big one because if you have a product and you're not clear on who you are solving the problem for, and you're not even clear on what the exact problem is that you're solving. And when I say the problem, I'm not talking about like the surface level problem. Like if you're a design tool, the surface level problem is creating good design. The root problem is why do they want to create good design? There's a big difference between those two. And once you get to the root level, then you have different market segments that you can go after. So I'm working with a client right now in my one-on-one coaching program, and they have a really fantastic product and it solves a really big problem. The problem is they don't know exactly who they're solving the biggest problem for and why they're trying to solve that problem. Does that make sense? So in the case of a design tool, like Canva is a really good example. People that go to Canva want to design something beautiful, right? But the reason they want to design something beautiful changes from person to person. And so it's really hard to go find people. Isn't it hard to find people that want good design, right? Like, how are you going to target someone who wants to design something beautiful, right? Or who's not a Photoshop expert? It's really hard. There's no setting in Facebook for how to do that, right? So that's the first one, is founders that are successful in growing a profitable SaaS company who don't have marketing expertise and huge VC budgets are clear on the problem they solve, the real problem they solve, and who they solve it for. And then the second part is they're really good at putting that product in the path of people looking for it. So let me give you another example here. So let's say your product is let's use a booking tool, for instance. So as a booking tool, there's everybody from students and professors to multi-billion-dollar CEOs are scheduling meetings, right? That's a really broad market segment. And so you can't just go find people who are looking for a booking tool. You can go online and you can run ads for people that are looking for booking tool and how to book meetings and stuff like that. But you're really kind of going after the surface level of the root problem. If you understood that your best client were salespeople trying to schedule sales meetings or demos with potential clients, how much easier is it for you to go find groups or communities of salespeople than it is for you to find people who are just looking to book meetings. Does that make sense? So the two things are clear on the problem they solve and who they solve it for, and putting their product in the path of people looking for it. And those are two big differentiators. So if you're really struggling right now, chances are, or not even really struggling, it doesn't matter if you're at 1K MRR or 100K MRR. If you're feeling like scaling is difficult, it's usually because those two things aren't dialed in. You're not clear on the problem that you solve, the real root problem that you solve, and who you solve it for. And you're not putting that product in the path of people that are looking for it. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. If you feel like you're kind of in that zone where you're a technical founder and you don't have time to learn marketing and SEO and Facebook ads and Google ads, and you want to figure these things out really quick, I'm putting together a group of founders to show them how to do this. And we're just going to walk through the process step by step, and they'll get my help implementing it. So if you're stuck or need some help doing that, I'd love to help you. I'll put a link in the comments. You can just reach out to me. I'll be on chat pretty much all day, and I'll send you the details. Cool? All right. Good hanging out with you today. We'll see you later. Bye.